We actually have Speedroids performing out here. That's a long time coming. We also have Water Control and Virtual World, of all things. Alright, make sure to everybody out there that you guys are smashing the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. So what in the world is going on here? Where in the heck did Speedroids? Where have you been? All format Speedroids. I missed you. This is actually kind of cool. This is getting the chance to take advantage of Unicorn here being a free level 7 wind monster that this deck actually has access to, which is kind of cool actually. You don't really consider these decks, you know, getting the chance to drop down a fairly large monster, because I believe these locks you into wind, does it not, for how this deck works? So very, very interesting to see. Yeah, success rate probability good. So we have 2 copies of Ghost Bell in the Haunted Mansion, triple copies of Moonlit Chill, we have triple copies of Unicorn, triple copies of Car Turbo, we have 2 copies of the Den Daiko Duko, one of the Munushi, the one Modoshi Piper, triple copies of the Marble Machine, 1 copy of the Red-Eyed Dice, triple Takum Tumborg, still best card, 1 copy of Terratop, triple copies of Ultra Hound, we have 1 good old Call by the Grave, 1 Birth, 2 copies of Pot of Prosperity, triple copies of Speed Recovery, triple copies of Speedroid Wheel, we have 2 Talents, triple Imperm, and 1 copy of the Duplicate. Down in the extract, you still have the 1 Rubber Band Shooter, 1 copy of the Wind Pegasus Ignister, 1 Geo, 1 Stardust Chargeware, 1 Kite Drake with 1 Hagoida. We have 2 Cork Shooters, of course, 1 Chambara, 1 Cyber Slash Harpy Lady, because, you know, just getting the ability to have access to a free level 8 Synchro. We have 2 Crystal Wing, 1 Clear Wing, 1 Clear Wing Fast, and 1 Baron de Fluer. And then we also have triple copies of Ash Blossom, 1 Ghost Bell, triple Gamma with 1 Driver, triple Droplet, 1 Talents, and triple copies of Twin Twister here, wrapping up your take for Speedroids. Definitely some good stuff here. Next up here we have Virtual World. This made top 8 out of, what was it, the Bogota Regional, if I recall. First of all, I'm just genuinely shocked to see Virtual World do anything. Alright, like, this deck has been so quiet for so long that it is kind of interesting to see that you just kind of wake up and you're like, you're back? It's kind of nice. So, I mean, what's like the super secret tech? There really isn't one. You know, like Dark Dragoon with like the Muddy Mud Dragon was like the best you got, but I mean, we're still doing Ultimaya to Zolkin plays here. Still going to be your best access points to get to some of these good cards. So, things to consider. So we have 2 copies of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. We have 2 copies of Nyan Nyan Nyan. 2 Lili with triple copies of Lulu. We also have 2 copies of Lao, triple copies of Gigi. We have 1 copy of Griffin Rider, 2 copies of Water Enchantress, 2 copies of Hadoken, 1 Dracoback, 2 copies of Emergency Teleport with 1 Faithful Avenger. We have 1 Foolish Barrel Goods, 2 copies of Pa Desires. We have 2 Rite of Armesier. We have 2 copies of, triple Talents. And then we have triple Kowloon, triple Qinglong, 2 copies of Infinite Impermanence, 2 copies of Chuche, and then 1 copy of the Zuan Wu. Down here in the extract, we have the 1 Fan, the 1 Utopia Beyond, 1 Gaia Dragon, 1 Zeus with 1 M7. We have 1 Senshin with 1 Geo. We have 1 Vermilion Dragon Mech, 1 Tzolk'in with 1 Cheng Ying, 1 Stardust Charge, 1 Final Sigma. We also have 1 Crystal Wing, 1 Coral Dragon, and 1 Nathong. And then, of course, we got 2 Jerusalem, 2 Magna Nuts, 2 Droll, 2 Ghost Bell with 1 Cosmic, 1 Arby's Feather Duster, triple Different Dimension Ground, and 2 copies of Evenly Matched here, wrapping up your Virtual World experience. It's definitely something, actually. Good stuff. Next up here, Water Control. This is my favorite. So, for those of you that watch this channel, I am a huge fan of Kairishin Control. I love the fact that this deck just gets the chance to work. You get Legendary Ocean to reduce the power of Kairishin, making it a level 4 that you can actually deploy, and then you just kind of control the game through its Floodgate effect. Is it super good consistent? I mean, it's something. It's definitely something at the end of the day here. So it is definitely a nice, fresh blast of air here to show that this deck actually can work. So we have 2 copies of Magna Hut. Interesting to see that this is what we're playing here. We have 1 Doom Kraken with triple copies of Jellyfish. One copy of Main of the Aqua. Also interesting to still see that we're playing this. I mean, this also basically gets you the ability to get access to your field spell if you don't see it in monster form. We have triple copies of Kairishin and 2 copies of Warrior of Atlantis. Then we have triple copies of Legendary Ocean, 1 Called by the Grave, triple copies of Hadoken, we have triple copies of Fish Scamdar, we have triple Foolish Burial Goods, we have triple copies of Pot of Extravagance, 1 Sea Stealth 2, 1 Terraforming, and then we have 2 copies of the Ice Barrier here. So you actually play this for the Foolish Burial Goods. We have triple copies of Imperm, 2 copies of the Kairishin's Dark Reef, and then triple copies of Sea Stealth Attack. Then down here in the extra deck, you have 1 Sprite Elf, 1 copy of the World Chalice Almarduk, 1 Kit Gauls, 2 copies of Starving Venom, triple Dracos Tabelia with 2 Mud, 1 Master of Oz, the meme, 1 Elysium, 1 Garuda, 1 copy of Eldritch, and 1 copy of Diplex. And then we have 1 Gamma Seal, 2 Ghost Reaper, triple Spooky Dogwood, triple Lightning Storm, triple Evenly Matched, and triple copies of Solemn Judgment here. Wrapping up your Kairishin Control. Very, very good to see this actually doing well. Like, I truly do love to see this. Next up here, we have Goaty, but we're playing Abyss Shark. Now, this is kind of cool. I've seen Goaty do a lot of things, but I haven't seen Goaty taking advantage of, like, the Abyss Shark package. I also see that we're doing Duskwalker shenanigans here as well with Supe. You don't see that a lot either. So we're actually taking a lot of the other ideas that we have seen with the synchro packages here, and it looks like we're trying to find ways to actually mold these into working, which is kind of interesting at the end of the day itself. I'm actually kind of happy to see that this looks like it's worked out here. So we have triple copies of Abyss Shark, we have triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, we have triple copies of Beautiful Princess, triple copies of Dimension Shifter, triple copies of the Lifeless Leaf Fish with triple copies of Pisces. We have 1 Sheaf with 1 copy Silent Angler, 1 copy of Snopius, and then we have 1 Supe, triple Supe Duskwalker, 1 Zep, and then we have 1 Call by the Graveyard, 1 Instant Fusion, triple Ready Fusion, triple copies of Gozen Match, triple copies of Imperm, and triple copies of Rivalry of the Warlords here. And down here in the next check, yeah, 1 Unroll Goddess, 1 Stealth Kraken Spawn with 1 Stealth Kraken, 1 White Aura Whale with 1 Ching-Ying. We have 1 copy of the Spear of the Goaty, 2 Goaty of the Deep Beyond, 2 the Bicorn Goaty, and then we have 2 copies of Serpent of the Goaty. Then we have 1 Dragite, 1 Rare Fish, and 1 Alvain. And then we have triple copies of Dark World No More, triple Lightning Storm, triple copies of Good Old Dimensional Bear, triple Evenly Matched, and triple copies of Shadow Imprisoning Mirror here. Wrapping up your Goaty list. A lot of, like, cool little things moving along in this deck. Lots of different lines of play that you're kind of seeing brought together by, like, the different synchro packages, and you don't really tend to see that all that much. It's just very interesting to see at the end of the day here. So good stuff for this. And then our last list for this video here is Hero. Full disclaimer here, I have, even though Hero looks very consistent across the board here, you are seeing that different people are bringing different ideas to the table here. And with these different ideas comes different levels of innovation. And I think that that's pretty important to understand here is your 1 to 2 tech slots that you get in Heroes. They don't really change all that much. So we have 1 copy of Dark Angel with 1 Denier. We have 2 copies of Malicious with 1 Plasma. We have 1 Honest News with 1 Liquid Soldier. 2 copies of Shadow Mist with 2 Stratus. We have triple copies of Ghost Spell in the Haunted Mansion. Triple copies of Faris with 1 Increase. We have 2 Vion. Triple copies of A Hero Lives. 1 Called by the Grave. 2 Ian Shuffle. 1 Foolish Burial with triple copies of Fusion Destiny. We have triple copies of Mass Change with 1 Miracle Fusion. 1 Poly with 1 Polymerization. Double Poly. We have 1 Rhoda and triple copies of Infinite Permanence. Down here in the extract, you have 1 Wonder Driver, 1 Dread Decimator, 2 copies of Cross Crusader with 2 Dark Law. We have 1 Hero Blast with 1 Acid. We have 1 Sunrise with 1 Great Tornado. 1 Escuridao with 1 Absolute Zero. 1 Dystopia, 1 DP, and 1 Dangerous Guy. Then we have triple copies of Lancia, triple Draw and Lockbird, triple Exchange, triple Lightning Storm, and triple copies of Evenly Matched here. Wrapping up, well, another swing through and another breakdown of some interesting decks that I think you're going to want a chance to play out here. So what do you guys think about all these cool, crazy little innovations? Please leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I will see your beautiful faces back here later on the day. And I mean that. You guys stay safe out there, alright? The world's crazy. Patrons! Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.